Hey, I've got a couple of lists on review for you today, and this first one is from Charles. And Charles writes that he's a new player who's starting in a league game here in January. Was the first game, and the second game will be in February. The restrictions for the league is that it's 1250 points, but a 16 order dice limit. So that is very, very low, and you will see quite a lot of very heavy lists for that, right? You'll see heavy tanks, you'll see veterans, large units of those. So let's see what it is that he's bringing, shall we? So this is Charles League German list for January. 16 order dice, 1250. So yeah, if you have that 16 order dice cap, you're gonna have to hit it, because otherwise you're going to be so low on order dice here. I mean, you're going to be strapped on to even spend the points, I think. Company commander, yep, take that. Take it. Especially if you have an artillery platoon. Maybe even a heavy weapons platoon. Maybe even an armored platoon. Then we have a rifle platoon here with a commander, inexperienced. We have hair grenadiers, double light machine guns. You have the points, so spend them. Yes, this is good backline holders. Double light machine guns, love it. Then we have Waffen SS veterans, large unit with submachine guns, assault rifles. Nice, good push units. 2 of those, again expensive, but you have the points. Veteran sniper team, lovely. Light mortars, bringing them inexperienced because there's no reason not to. They're here to just puff up your order dice count until you reach that 16 order dice count. A Hetzer, wow. Would I use a Hetzer? That's very, very expensive. 215 points. I think I would rather spend the points a little more evenly across an armored platoon, but you know. Panzer Lux and a Panzer 1. The Panzer 1 is a good darker tank in this version. The Panzer Lux is just a good tank because it's got the light autocannon. I think I would rather split the Hetzer into 2 other tanks and then cut out 1 more order dice somewhere, I think. An artillery platoon, inexperienced officer, Nebelwerfer, Flak-Vierling. Ouch! I'm very much looking forward to the Armies of Germany book, as that will hopefully give us access to the Flak-Zwilling, which is amazing. But the Flak-Vierling, until that gets here, perfectly fine. My problem with this is that it's light autocannons, right? I would much rather have that heavy autocannon. So, lovely list. I don't think there's anything wrong, and there's very little I would change here, except maybe that one Hetzer there, which I think is a little too much. But you know, your results may vary. For some people, that Death Star type unit is just what they need, just what they want. For me, rarely is the case. So I also have from Poland, from Mateusz, I have a US Marine list, and I'm just going to go and get that for you guys. Here we go. So US Marines, Mateusz. Whoa. Can we get that a little bit bigger? Perhaps, maybe. I'll just enhance a bit. If it wants to, it doesn't want to go. Anywho, we're going to have to stick with what we can see here. So, we have... there we go. US Marines, 16 order dice, 1250. If you can go higher than this, Mateusz, I think you should. 16 order dice at 1250 is low, and you may find that you'll struggle just getting the order dice out the back when you want them. Inexperienced platoon commander, nice. Marine squads with BARs. I think by now, that the BAR is no longer an auto-include. I think the LMG is actually just as valuable for American squads, and I know you might have to take other squads than the Marines. There you go. But it is nice to have something that has range in your unit. I would rather have 36-inch range than 30-inch range. So that's the big difference for me. And they're, of course, not really helpful with the special rules. Shotguns, no, don't. The submachine guns are good. The shotguns, not needed. You're not ever going to assault. Even with an assault-focused unit, you're not going to assault ever. Don't ever do it. You'll lose combats instead. So that's not worth it. Just cut out the shotguns, I think. Air Observer, lovely, very powerful. And a truck, that's to transport the close combat focused unit, I think. Maybe in from the reserve since it's regular. It's got a pintle-mounted MMG. Maybe not necessary, but it's nice to have if you don't want to reserve it. We have a platoon commander here with a heavy weapons platoon. We've got a medium mortar, regular, heavy machine gun. That medium mortar needs a spotter. Otherwise, there's no reason to take it. None at all. So let's hope he has a spotter somewhere. The heavy machine gun is really nice. It's very punchy. Also expensive. Could easily be cut down to an inexperienced one. Bazooka team, lovely. Jeep to transport one of the bazooka teams. And then we have an armored platoon. The half-track multiple gun carriage. Is that worth it? Well, it's a 7+, right? It's got a whole lot. It's got HMG and autocannon. So in that respect, it is really punchy. Yeah, I think I like it. And then we've got one that's got 4 HMGs, also very good, and then the Hellcat to take care of any armored targets. I think again we are lacking that spotter for the mortar. If you're buying a mortar, a medium mortar, then especially if you take it as regular, then I think you should have a spotter, because that mortar is going to have to move out, sit somewhere where it's in danger. It'll be shot at. It'll die. 3 regulars are not going to live. It needs the spotter, or you need to take it as cheap as possible, the light mortar version, just to have a mortar. That's my only caveat here. Right, that was it for me today. I will see you in the next video.